chances are you aren't sharing an epic dinner with your friends right now, but you could be. Just book a seat at a private dining event with your Chase Sapphire Reserve card. Then get to it. A multi-course menu, insane flavors, a wine pairing. Ooh, is that crispy duck? Experience more unforgettable dinners with private dining events from Sapphire Reserve. Chase, make more of what's yours. Learn more at chase.com/Sapphire Reserve.
Cards issued by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Guys, the holidays are my favorite time of the year because it's the time where we bring families together. And families isn't just the folks that you're related to. It could be your friends, your coworkers, hell, even your podcast co-hosts. But bringing family together is of the utmost importance to me, and the holidays always find a way. Enjoy the real magic of the season by surrounding yourself with good friends and family, delicious food, and of course, an ice-cold Coke. Coca-Cola pairs perfectly with every holiday get-together, so don't forget to pick some up on your way to the next holiday party.
I just think most rich folks all pretty much have the same sort of ideals, right? Like, I don't think there's good billionaires out there. I
was talking about this. That's interesting you say that. I was talking about this with a friend last night, and it's like, in order to get to this kind of status, you have to have some kind of dickhead in
it's
you.
It's impossible to get there
without
being some sort
without backstabbing, cutting somebody's throat, like taking somebody's company from under the rug.
Yeah.
Smear you.
It does, and I hate that ideology, but prove me wrong. If there's a good billionaire out there,
never happened.
There's a couch open and sit with us and tell us how you did it the righteous way.
If you can find me if you can find me a altruistic, good billionaire out there, you will be the first one to find them. Because I'm not even saying anybody, and I don't know. Like, maybe is it like an idea?
I'm not saying all, but it's a
idea of who's good.
It's a common idea,
okay.
So it's not just us. Like, I've heard this narrative before. It's like, you can't possibly be a good, gracious person.
What's poppin', people?
Yes.
Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Say Less with KAZ.
Yeah.
Lowkey.
What's poppin'?
Rosy.
What's up, Rosie?
What's up? It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, man.
A little minute.
It's been a little minute with reason. Appreciate everybody checking in with everyone. It's been I'm not even gonna sugarcoat. I'm not gonna paint anything by the numbers. It has been an especially tumultuous last couple of weeks for each of us individually. And, in the podcasting world, people always say, the cardinal sin is taking too much time off. But I say, fuck
that sin.
Right? Like,
we are human.
We're human beings, yo. And your mental health should always come first and foremost before absolutely anything. So, again, when we were getting ready to do this, I was just like, man, I commend so many podcasters that or just people that can work in media that are going through life shit and just plow through. Cause this was one of them times like I just couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like it was a pretty tumultuous couple weeks. Folks who followed my mother-in-law, my wife's mom, Ms. Joanne Gibson Banks passed away. A wonderful lady, very important person in my life, and in our family's life. On top of another sweet woman, Lee, Raven's mom, who Lo is especially close with, also passed away this past, I want to say 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
And a good friend of ours, a friend of the show, a person who supported the show for a long time, a person that I talk to every single day, even to his last day on earth, Hovain Hilton, passed away last week. And it's been rough, man. I got so many, I feel like we've just been in constant mourning and grieving. Funny enough, the same day my mother-in-law passed away, Takeoff passes away. You know what I mean? And it just felt like just an overabundance of just sad shit happening. So I'll say all that to say this, and I'm not going to dwell too much on it because I know why people listen to the show. I want to give them good vibes. We're going to give them good vibes, but I got to be honest when we get in here and why we take our time off, man, because, you know, your mental health is 1,000% the most important thing in your life to take care of, man. Like, if you're not focused up here, if things aren't right up here, man, like, by all means, you know, you don't have to power through everything. I think everybody, you know, the grind culture and people just saying, you know what, we're just going to just do what we got to do and can't sleep, whatever. Like, I commend the people that could do that, but I'm not one of those people. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lo, I don't think you're one of those people either.
No, I am. No, I am.
Oh, you are one of those people. Yeah.
I'm not, you know, I'm not mad at people who take that time and take that break and take that leeway for themselves. But me, you know, personally, I just, fuck it. Like,
Helps takes your mind off things?
Yeah, I mean, it's just too much.
Going.
Like, it's too much at one time. And I know when my mother passed, I went right back to work 2 days later.
Yeah, I remember that.
And my coworkers looked at me like, I'm like, this is all I know.
Yeah, I mean, and I'll tell you this, bro. I love you, obviously, you know, and I wish you didn't do that. I wish you did take the time for yourself. But I understand some people just wired a certain way.
Well, not only that, like, you don't want to spiral.
Right.
Like, once you take one day on the couch, the next day, the second, the third. Like, then next thing you know, you're a week and you're slumped in. Like, your couch has your outline in it.
But that's just knowing yourself.
Yeah.
That's one of the key things. Like, yeah, it's not necessarily the best tool or like the most healthy thing to do, but if you know yourself and you know your ways and you know your triggers, then you kind of got to like stay in those lines because once you get outside that, then it's a different world.
I don't mind getting outside it though, you know, because I feel like when you know yourself, you know, I'm
just saying in that perspective, not like just I'm saying it just in that realm.
Right.
I know myself.
I'll put it like this, man. When my father passed away about 4 or 5 years ago now.
Yeah.
No, 5 years. Oh my God, it's really been 5. It's been a while. Almost 6 years now. Jesus. What was it, 2023?
No, 2022.
2022? My goodness, yeah, it's about 6 years, 7 years now. When my father passed away, I was kind of the same way you were, bro. Like, I had just gotten a new gig at Bleacher Report.
Right.
Like, I had just signed a brand new deal. I was doing stuff for MTV. I was like, I couldn't take time off, man. I had to just go.
Yeah.
And I always, to this day, I regret not just fucking hitting the pause button and just like not just reassessing what life is going to be like, because these are things I still sort of have to maneuver around to this day because you never really, you know, I hadn't really dealt with grief to that magnitude at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, once it happens, and I think a lot of people can relate to that, you know, those first couple of days, it's almost a little bit more digestible because you're so insulated with friends and family and good words and good natured, and people are there for you every single day up until the funeral. And then there's, you know, everybody's there for you there. And like the real process doesn't really start until like you start experiencing those days that you're used to with these people without them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't really prepare myself for that. And
you can't.
You can't, right? Nothing can prepare you for that.
You can't do that. There's no manuscript. There's no blueprint. There's no treasure map of how to get to an emotional destiny. You know what I'm saying? So like this entire time when things like that happen to you, you're numb. You're in shock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still in shock.
Yeah.
But like I found ways to deal with it. I found people to help me deal with it. But, you know, just as a whole, bro, you're still in shock. And now for me, because it's the holidays, like, the shock is now revisiting, and then now all the other things that are happening, it's more shock.
It all kind of continues, right? Like,
yeah. So it's like we're not trying to have like this depressing.
No, trust me, we're gonna get to the shits in a bit.
But it's just like, you know,
like
acknowledge,
honest, you know what I mean?
Acknowledge the honesty and the elephant in the room. Like the holidays are a shocking time for some people, and I remember Scotty had tweeted something like, this is her annual reminder of like people are going through things and be kind and be, you know, be aware and, you know, stuff like that. And not really hit, you know, the nail on the head, because it's like the holidays are very just like polarizing for some people.
Yeah, because it's such a family oriented time.
Yeah.
And then when people don't have those people close
some
to their
people
family,
are stripped of that,
you
know, access, it's just like you pull back. You don't want to bring that energy to certain people. So
Man.
that's how I am. Like I don't want to.
Yeah, nah,
give
man.
that,
Like the timing of it was crazy because literally it was Halloween. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we did the trick or treating, all that type of stuff, and having a great time. Mom passes away November 1st, and the first thing we're thinking is like, yo, Ruby's birthday is in like a few weeks. You know what I'm saying? Same week as Thanksgiving, same week as all these holiday, very family oriented things.
Yeah.
And I have really wanted to make sure I was there for my family as much as I possibly could during this time, because it's something you never really prepare for, and just knowing what I went through in the past, I'm trying to do better, knowing what I went through and how I'd want to approach these things going forward. And it obviously never gets easier, but I really do appreciate guys being patient and not doing the thing where they just knock on their heads like, yo, where's the new episode? Like, what y'all doing?
No, I mean, I don't mind that either.
Yeah, I do mind it. I do mind it because
I don't. I mean, we're public servants in a way.
This is true.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like when we serve the public with a product and the product stops, I would like for my consumer to be like, yo, where's my product?
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, I do love that, but we stop for good reason.
Yes. But goddamn it, we're back, and Rosy's back from vacation, on the world tour. You know what I'm saying? How's the trip, Rosie?
It was cool. I've been spending a lot of time with my dad's side of the family. So.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good, man. That's good. I feel like we're all. I feel like we're all, have a good little.
Yeah, I didn't grow up with them, so now that I just feel like I miss so much.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to spend as much time with them as I can.
That's good, man. This is in DR or
Yeah.
Nice. Goddamn. Well, appreciate the time, and I hope all you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving holidays, enjoyed your Halloweens and all that type of stuff. So I figured the best thing we can do to get us right back in the good foot, I have a running list of things we have not gotten to talk about.
Right.
Can you just are you gonna read it off and we could just?
I'm gonna read it off.
Me and Lo could pick. Yeah, me and Lo be like that one.
All right.
Or pass.
Yeah,
At the top of the list,
Oh, okay.
Her Loss, Drake and 21 Savage, the collaboration album, dropped
I'm cool with passing
a
that.
couple weeks ago.
I talked about that enough.
All right. Coming up, Saweetie drops a mixtape, sells only 2,000 copies.
Why was that even a headline?
Why is that a headline?
That's fucked up.
Are we staying on this one?
That shit-
We can stay on it. Why is that? Okay, so why is that funny?
I don't think it's funny.
It's not funny, but the headline was funny.
You know what it is? It's not that it's funny.
What's the
The
big
way
deal?
they worded
Listen.
it was funny.
When folk, I don't like here's the one thing I did not like about this discourse, okay? People try to make it a sexist thing. Like, oh, guys just piling on Saweetie because she's a woman and she sold 2,000 records. Like, no.
Fam.
People pile on anybody who's famous, who has a big following, who doesn't do, like, if you do all right, no one's going to say nothing. But if you do a number that is so below, like,
Okay, let me.
that's when it becomes a conversation.
All right,
I never thought of it as a sexist thing.
the baby sold what, 6K?
Something like, did he sell 6K?
Or 16, whatever.
Something like that, yeah.
Right.
But
So-
we clown the baby
No. So,
religiously.
okay, we did, right? So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is the industry counterparts piled on Saweetie, right? So you had the Vlad shit.
Okay.
If she would have did a Vlad interview, she would have sold whatever that shit was.
Okay.
Then you have Hitmaker.
Okay.
Yo, that project shouldn't be selling like that. It's bad A&R vibes.
Okay.
Then you had Sunny Digital. Yo, if she got 11 million followers, this many Twitter followers, I would delete my social media. So
I love how you broke that down, because those are three different.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do followers have to do with
But
your,
but see, that's my
with
point.
your work?
So that's my point, right? They didn't bring that up with the baby, and the baby has how many Twitter, Instagram followers?
I think here's the thing. I think it's
so it's
so
like
much,
why is it such a breakdown for her? But then it's just all right, we just clowned him and then let it go.
I think what happened with the baby was, I think a lot of people attribute it to like sort of self-harm, like self-inflicted damage that
He
the
did
baby
that,
did,
yeah, he
right?
did that to
Like
himself.
when it came to like the anti-gay stuff and like the stuff at Rolling Loud and
Shit with Megan.
shit with Megan Thee Stallion, like all this stuff that just didn't make him a person that people wanted to see succeed.
Right.
That when he had stuff that did not go well for his career.
I was like, hey.
Whether it's giving away tickets to his concert at Cheesecake Factory, doing buy one, get one free, selling however many copies it was like, see, that's what you get when you don't play the game. Not play the game, but when you're not.
When you don't play the game.
Right. When you it's not like the music suffered. It's not like he got worse at rapping or anything like that. It was all this surrounding things that made it be like, okay, it's easy for me to not support you. Right. And nobody, and that's what just kind of what happens in hip hop, right? Like,
I understand that, but it just seemed way more critical with her, even though she's not a big selling artist, even though she doesn't put out a stream of music all the time. Like, she does have a hit here and there, or she'll have a verse here and there, and that's cool. So,
Saweetie has hit songs.
I know, I understand that, but it's just like, it's not a consistent flow of
Which
hits.
ones?
Yeah.
Icy
she had
and
Icy. She had
Tap In.
She had the one with Doja Cat. Was the best friend. Those are right. Those
I'm all right. So look at the gaps of when these records came out. Right.
And that's why I wasn't so shocked. I was just like, first off, I didn't even know she was dropping a project, and two, like, I can't even tell you the lead single or the lead record off of that joint. Like, if you're gonna sell it, even at the very least, you can throw on a record that's already doing well, and like statistically, it'll be like, oh, this album sold X amount of copies because she already has
and it's also an EP. It's not like a full-fledged album. Right. So it's like,
so how many songs were on that?
I think like 7 or 8.
Could have been that many, right?
I mean,
could have been that many. And that's the streaming trick, right? A lot of artists put like 18, 20 songs in a record, so they know once you go through all that, all those things accumulate and add up. You know what I'm saying?
She had 6 records.
Okay.
6 songs.
And you're not buying digital copies. Like, I don't know where in our Lord, the year of our Lord in 2022 that we're buying CDs.
Some people buy them. They buy them on iTunes.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So they do. But my point, we're not going to dwell on this too much. My point is,
yes,
I do feel like they doubled down on her way more than they did with the baby, and I do feel like because she's not a high selling artist, this number is not shocking. The promotion was lackluster.
Okay.
So there's a lot of things to attribute to why.
Okay.
Like you just said, I didn't even know she was dropping some shit.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I think the promotion more so than the music.
Okay.
So I just think, like, let's play it fair. Like, if niggas gonna speak on her, speak on the baby. Speak on the baby too. Like, let's get those critiques. Let's get those, like, why his shit didn't sell and this, that. Let's clown him. I want to hear the industry cohorts clown him while he's at Cheesecake Factory. And, like,
I think he got a good amount of clowning.
I think he did, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it was way more prominent on Saweetie's side than it was his. So I said, let's play it. So I do feel like it is sexist.
To play devil's advocate, though, Saweetie did herself no favors when she said, she got on Twitter, she's like, damn, I guess people hate when pretty bitches make good music. I make music for the pretty bitches and blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
And people were like, you're kind of alienating a good amount of your fan base when you're basically saying, like, nobody bought my albums because y'all are ugly. Like, that's not the way to go about it either.
Well, ugly is subjective.
Wait, what did she say?
I'll get exactly what she said. Give me a minute. Y'all talk.
She's like, if I make music for pretty bitches, sorry, you can't relate.
Well,
and I feel like she was talking to the men more so than other women.
But that's the thing.
Like, she don't make music for me.
The fact that
I can still listen to it.
I feel you on that. But the thing is,
but I'm not gonna get offended. Like, well, I can't be a pretty bitch.
I mean,
like, I'm not gonna get offended by it. Like, all right, cool.
If I could find the exact tweet, because it's gonna.
I mean, artists, they have a hard time taking criticism. So.
Well, I mean, that's been obvious. Like, we know that.
Yeah.
In addition to the criticism,
I've never heard a full Saweetie. I don't have any Saweetie music downloaded.
I think that's the only thing.
You don't like pretty bitch music?
I love pretty bitch music. I just don't.
I forgot.
Like
Here we
her
go.
Delivery.
All right, got it.
Shut up.
Shout out
I forgot King's Disease 3. That's
pretty bitch music. Yes.
Yes, pretty bitch music with a razor in your mouth.
All right, we're gonna go through some tweets real quick.
And
wow, I understand exactly where Lo is coming from and the possible sexism of the Saweetie criticism.
It's not possible, my nigga. It's there blatant in our face. Like, they doubled down on her, and it's not even cool. Like, that's like, bro, like yo, keep the same energy for niggas that don't sell what they supposed to sell. Like,
they
come on,
do.
Bro.
When rappers break,
I don't never see that shit.
You
give me an example. Please give me an example.
Low.
Recently. Not
The baby, you just mentioned it.
all right, name one nigga.
always clown niggas
Name one nigga.
Saweetie's the first rapper that we've clowned for bricking.
Hold on. I said name one nigga that made that is industry, powered or whatever, that made an actual issue or made a big comment that caused a controversy about it when the baby dropped.
Okay.
Give me one person, like a producer.
You gotta be a little clearer on that. What do you mean by that?
Sonny Digital, producer.
Okay.
DJ Vlad.
All right, so here's the thing. I think what Hitmaker was saying was like, yo,
the A&R was off.
Here's the thing. I don't think he was coming at Saweetie. I think it was basically like, yo, she's a hot girl. She got millions of followers. It's gonna do fine, right? Like, and I think Hitmaker was basically like, nah, that was bullshit. I think the way Vlad was coming from, and feel how you want to feel about Vlad, I'm certain many people do. But I think where he's trying to come from is that like, yo, nobody knew you were dropping this project. I have one of the biggest platforms in media. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, like, I know for damn sure I have put people on my show who have come on later that week or dropped later that week, and it definitely sold more than 2,000 records. And you're way more popular than all of them, right? So I can see where he comes from with that. I didn't catch the Sonny Digital thing. What did Sonny Digital say?
He said, like, if you have 11 million followers, like, he started breaking out the social media shit, and he was like,
Soulja Boy disease.
He's like, yo, if I only sold 2K, I'd have deleted my social media. It's just like, yo, bro, like, what?
Followers don't equal supporters, bro. Get on Patreon.
Fam.
Get on OnlyFans. Get on
whatever the case may be. I just
Twitch.
feel like let's just keep it. Let's keep the playing field equal. That's all I'm saying.
People,
let's shit on him over here too. And if you're gonna shit on her, make sure y'all do the same shitting.
I feel like they just.
That's all I'm saying.
Everyone's just tired of talking about the baby. Like nobody cares. Like he did it to himself, and nobody. That's it.
Okay.
I get
so
it.
let me read the exact tweet.
Keep it equal.
Let me read the exact tweet Saweetie said. Hate parade, I must be that bitch. I make music for pretty bitches. If you can't relate, I understand. Right? So here's some of the replies, courtesy of Spiritual Word Instagram. Quote from GKTRE. Never seen someone's album go triple styrofoam and make so many excuses.
What excuses did she make?
I make pretty bitch music. Cause sorry
y'all
if you can't relate.
That's why y'all ain't get it. That's a cop out.
Cloudy, whatever says this tweet got more likes than you got album sales. Says,
oh my God.
Why we read negative shit?
XA Jackson 18. I'm trying to say like, yes, you make a great point on all these things that kind of went wrong with Saweetie and how it could be sexist. But what I'm saying is, she didn't necessarily do herself any favors by tweeting that. You know what I'm saying? Basically saying like, yo.
Okay, all right, I can defend myself also,
quote,
right?
Katrina X says, I think instead of getting defensive and making excuses and accusations, you should reflect on your work and stop playing victim. Your own fans and followers did not buy the album. Maybe there's some work you have to do about it.
How is she playing victim?
I think she was saying like, yo, the reason why people
I'm going to defend myself when I see a brigade of motherfuckers who don't know the process of how I make music and what I do. Cool, yeah. Maybe I should have made more attempts.
These are her fans saying this, though.
Okay, I understand that. But
Miss Aquafina says, sis, you let the industry repackage you.
Get
back to the flows from the car, quit cosplaying the ratchet bitch aesthetics, and lay down a solid track. We will support you. These are her fans. These are people who probably bought, one of the 2,000 people bought the album, was basically like, yo, this shit ain't it. Like, you know what I mean?
It could be that, and that's fine. It could be that. But at the same time, the fans do have a voice in how you should make music.
Yes.
It shouldn't be the only voice, but yes, your fans do have an input. Sometimes they prefer the things that they heard you first at.
Yeah.
And you try to go to a different route. You try to experiment, this and the third. Yeah, cool.
I'll put it like this, bro.
It obviously didn't work.
I know she has way more than 2,000 fans. There was a disconnect somewhere.
Well, yeah, clearly. But I think with that, people tried those 3 examples that I gave, try to interject, and it just seemed a little unfair of how they tried to interject. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying, but I didn't think it was out of bounds. I'm
not saying it's out of bounds, but it's definitely sexist.
I don't think it's sexist either.
I definitely think it is.
I don't think it was, man.
Because it wasn't, I'm telling you, from the industry standpoint, it was that not big of a deal when this nigga sold 16K. I'm sorry, bro. I watched it.
Bro.
And I watched this.
Clearly there's a difference. The baby gets clowned daily,
I understand that daily.
And he did way more than 2K.
I'm saying outside of his bullshit, I'm talking about the music when he dropped his album, and it only sold 16K because he's known to sell more than like 50, 75.
In 2021, he was the highest streaming artist.
Right.
I was going to say, the thing is, the baby's actually like a dope ass rapper.
Nah, that's debatable.
Like no, like his.
He definitely raps better than Saweetie.
That's my point. Like he makes. All right, I'm not gonna say. I'm not sitting here saying he's a lyricist. I'm not saying none of that. But I'm saying when he does a song, the shit hits.
It's the same fucking flow, bro.
Okay, but now we're getting into.
Okay,
now you're
whatever.
unpacking shit. But I'm saying
whatever.
It's always gonna hit a little more than her.
All right. Okay.
If that makes sense.
So I hear what you're saying. And,
no, I mean, we're gonna keep going back and forth and say the same shit. So
no, you're right. But I'll put it like this, man. She's definitely had more time to sell more records than that, and I don't think the people who would support it have supported it yet. So you wanna? Should we keep going on stuff that we've missed?
Also, I do not support the baby, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
let's keep it moving.
You know, I've never, but the verse on the Cole album, on the Dreamville album, classic verse.
It's just what I'm saying. Like
classic verse.
Like sometimes you put
I don't
like,
think
damn.
that's
I hate
an
that you're a shitty person.
oxymoron.
What?
Yo, I don't support the baby, but the verse on.
Because it's like
I don't get that.
No, because it's tragic. Like sometimes you'll hear him do something, you're like, damn, it sucks that you're a shitty person.
That was the verse that made me like, yo, he might be one of them ones coming up.
Not.
You know what I'm saying?
Not.
And
he proved us wrong because he's a shitty person.
And he's a shitty rapper.
I don't think he's shitty.
He's all right.
I think he's shitty.
There's a lot of things shitty about him. I don't think it's his skill set.
Bro,
like, he can put words together.
Has his flow and delivery changed?
It's still good.
Has it changed?
No, you can't
Has
do
it
that. You
progressed?
can't do that because a lot
What
of
do you mean
people,
I can't do that?
Because there's a lot of artists who don't change their flow at all, and we still like them.
Right, but it's just
Has
like
Nas changed his flow? Has
no.
Jeezy changed his flow?
Nas-
Has Pusha T changed his flow?
let's ask the Nas ambassador.
Has Saweetie changed her flow?
You don't even listen to music. How would you know?
I sure don't.
All right then. So let's see it. Let's leave her out of this. Nas has not changed his flow.
Apparently.
Don't do that, bro.
A little bit,
Don't
but
do
he
that.
still got the regular Nas in him. Like
Has he changed his flow?
sometimes.
Okay then. Thank you. Let's move on.
But not completely.
Has he changed it? I'm not saying has he switched the flow?
He dabbled.
Does he
in
switch
some
his flow?
Experimental flow.
Does he switch his flow?
I'll put it like this.
Yes,
There's
yes
some
or no?
Nas flows I wish he wouldn't change.
That's what I'm saying.
But does he switch his flow?
What was the
one?
song? What was the album when he was talking about Who Killed It on Hip Hop Is Dead? When he changed his flow on that one, he's like rapping like this. She and remember that?
Yeah, that was.
I was like, yeah, I wish you didn't do that.
But my whole point is he switched his flow. The baby doesn't. Let's move on.
Gotcha. Next one. Kanye West lost $500 million.
Next.
Fucking around and
Next.
finding out.
Next.
Kyrie Irving posted a link
Next.
on Instagram.
Pass.
He's back in the league. Pete Davidson got a new 10 under his belt. Emily Ratajkowski.
Pass.
Let me see how she looks.
You don't know Emily Ratajkowski?
Yeah, she's cute.
You don't remember the Blurred Lines video? I know you want it. Hey, hey,
She's
hey.
cute.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah, she's a supermodel.
Let me tell you guys, funny wins.
Okay.
Funny wins.
Rosie,
What?
this is Emily Ratajkowski.
What was all right? Can I ask a question before you show me her? What was Pete's like his women before Kim? Look like?
Ariana Grande.
He has never missed.
So he always,
hold on.
he's always,
Let me pull up.
So it wasn't Kim.
Hold on. I will pull up.
So Kim didn't pull up his stock.
No.
Okay.
No. That nigga stock been high since I don't know.
Let's go through a
I
full
want to
list.
know why.
Let's go through a full list of the Pete
Didn't
Davidson
we talk
hit
about
list.
this about how like funny dick gets like bad bitches?
Chuckle dick.
Yeah, chuckle dick. Yeah, we talked about this already.
According to page 6 of the New York Post, here is Pete Davidson's dating
record.
history. Carly Aquilino, formerly of Girl Code,
Yes,
good friend
I
of
know who that
mine,
is.
great looking girl. Cassie David, the daughter of Larry David. Another up to you. What you think? Ariana Grande, mega pop star, understood.
But
Kate,
she likes weird. Yeah, she's into that look.
okay, I'm gonna read all these. I'm gonna read all these names, and then Rosie, I'm gonna need your astute analysis on Pete Davidson and the science of this. Right? Ariana Grande, mega pop star. Kate Beckinsale, 20-year old. She's 20 years older than Pete Davidson. You know Kate Beckinsale?
Oh,
is?
shit.
No, no, she's a white. She's white.
But that reminds me
Actress,
of Cher dating Amber Rose's baby daddy.
Who?
Cher?
Not Wiz.
No, the other one. The one
Not
with the
Kanye.
blonde hair.
I don't know.
I didn't even know Cher was still with us, to be honest.
Cher, yes.
All right, Margaret Qualley. I don't know who Margaret Qualley is, but
The
apparently,
actress?
yeah. Oh, she's an actress. Yes,
Yeah.
I guess they met at the Venice Film Festival. Okay, Kaya Gerber. I know who that. No. Oh,
Do you know who any of these bitches are?
Kaya? Listen, I will explain them to you if you let me talk. Kaya Gerber is the daughter of Cindy Crawford.
Oh, she's probably pretty.
Gorgeous woman. Olivia O'Brien. She is a singer. I don't know what song she sings, but I guess she sings a lot of white people songs. Phoebe Doniver.
I hate the word Phoebe.
She's from the UK, right?
The name Phoebe
from
weird.
Friends?
No.
You dated Phoebe from Friends?
That's a character.
That's just a come up. I like
Kim
that.
Kardashian, obviously.
Okay.
We know who that is. Emily Ratajkowski, know who that is. Mega supermodel. And that is it. That
said
is
Ariana Grande too?
Ariana Grande's on this list. Okay. Rosie, as the resident woman on this show, we've spoken about the Pete Davidson dynamics on this, what Chuckle Dick is all about, right? Explain for those who may not know what Chuckle Dick is.
Funny men will make you laugh your jaws off.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Fucking
Keep
course.
me laughing.
That's
Okay.
it. That's it.
You might
That's all you
get
gotta
something.
do. That's all you gotta do.
No, honestly, with Pete Davidson,
I don't think he's that funny, to be honest, but
he's
think
an
he's funny.
acquired
No.
taste. He's funny.
yeah,
he's
I
funny.
guess yeah.
I think he's
quiet.
funny.
And he
Quiet.
probably being around him is like nonstop laughter. But to look wise, I'm gonna have to go with the first bad bitch he ever got. Other bitches saw.
Yeah. See,
Like
I
the
think,
first bad bitch, somebody
I
like
think
he got.
I think once him and
other
Ariana
women-
Grande were a
What?
thing, that's when it like
women
the,
were like, why?
because she was singing songs about this man's dick. Like,
Was it his
Ariana
dick?
Grande went from like Disney, oh, we love you, lovely, 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 to.
What song is that?
I don't know what the song
What
is.
song
What
is
song is that?
I definitely mixed up a Chloe Bailey song, but
Yeah, like what song is
I'm
that?
sure the same person wrote it.
Was that the melody like singing about his dick?
But Ariana Grande went from like wholesome Nickelodeon star to like, I gotta sing about how good this man's penis is at length.
She's also. I don't trust her penis. Take.
But we were okay, understood.
Right, like
Like you ever seen a dude and you're like,
I
and he's
think-
talking about a chick and you're like, I don't trust you.
All right,
trust
so
her.
I don't trust you. Yeah.
I'm not looking at Ariana Grande like,
No,
she knows. Like,
yeah, she knows what she talking
fuck
about.
outta here.
She came straight from Disney. What dick is
right,
she
like
talking
the fuck
about?
you know about that?
which is what I thought at first, right? I'm just like, oh, okay, like she's just growing up, she's becoming a woman now, and this is just what pop
bitch ain't even go
stars
to prom.
do. The first time they get, the chance to be able to be all sexy and do their thing, like we see it with the Bailey sisters and all that stuff. Once they grow up and be able to sing about sex and stuff, you're just like, oh, that's just what happens. But then, after Ariana Grande, there was multiple other women that
Singing about his
Well,
dick.
yeah, that look and probably are in the same realm as Ariana Grande. Just
Right.
like they don't know no better.
Right.
I don't trust none of these bitches that he's dated to tell me he has good dick.
Okay, so I don't trust the bitches either, but what I do trust, I do trust the
doesn't
word of Kanye West when it comes to this. Right? Kanye
I don't trust Kanye's
called
words either.
Charlemagne. Charlemagne was on the Brilliant Idiots podcast a few weeks ago.
If you trust anything Kanye West says, your ass need to go to the doctor.
Nah.
Yes.
Let's
when
talk
it comes
about
to this, I trust
What
this.
did he say,
He
Kaz?
basically said, yo, because everyone, Charlemagne and Pete Davidson are close friends. Kanye is someone Charlemagne talks to on I guess not regular occasion, but they've spoken, I guess, on private matters. And Charlemagne went on record and said, yo, how you over here? This man is walking around my kids, fucking my wife with his 10-inch dick, and you're supposed to be friends with this guy? You're supposed to be for the culture, da-da-da-da-da. I'm paraphrasing here. But he definitely mentioned the man's penis size to another man.
If
right,
women can
okay.
fib about a lot of things, right? Another man isn't gonna fib to another man about the person who is banging the mother of
there
his kid.
shouldn't be any lying or telling the truth on another man's dick size. Let's just put that out there.
There shouldn't be no
shouldn't be.
commenting.
Like, there's no commenting,
talking about
no
it.
analyzing, no whereabouts. Like, bro, no.
That absolutely should not
So,
be.
in
However,
context,
But how do you think Kanye got that information? He was
That's
probably
what-
just
that's what I'm
angry.
saying,
He was
like-
probably just
no,
angry.
right? That's what I'm saying. I don't trust him.
He was probably like, he gotta have good dick.
yeah,
That's why
like,
she's
I'm
with
not
him.
trusting that nigga like to have intel. That nigga just blurted out the first number he heard in his head and said it to Charlemagne.
still splashed. I don't know.
Well, I guess his bitch got taken by him, so I'd be mad too.
I could see Kanye looking at Pete Davidson and be like, he has to have a big dick.
That's the only thing he could think of. Yeah, I'd be upset too, and I would throw a number out there.
Think about how many days Kanye thought about this shit.
That's a lot to think about.
I'd be embarrassed by losing my bitch to Pete Davidson if we're gonna keep it a buck.
I wouldn't be embarrassed.
I would by losing my bitch to that nigga.
First off, I wouldn't call
that man. I'm sorry,
and also,
that man.
Not even admit.
I'd be embarrassed if I lost my wife to that white man.
That's the wife and mother of his kids.
Okay, he's called her worse.
And
he
Kim
said
Kardashian,
worse about her.
And Kim Kardashian went on the record and was like, the reason why I dated Pete Davidson is because I heard about the rumors and I was single and I was new and I had to find out for myself. She said it on her show.
Okay.
And did she confirm or deny?
Well, clearly they were together for a good minute. So I
guess it wasn't good enough since they broke up.
Right. I mean, see, let me tell you something. All right, first things first. Men that are listening.
You got a chance.
Men.
Spin the block.
Men, big dick does not mean good dick. Okay?
I mean, the way we're praising Pete Davidson, it clearly does.
To these white women.
Well, what black woman has he?
I'm not gonna. I wouldn't.
I don't know why we're speaking on the man's day. We've gone too far down this rabbit hole.
But goddamn it! All right, let's keep going.
I do not want to find out.
All right.
Don't care.
Have you heard about? Let's talk about Elon Musk. He bought Twitter a couple weeks ago. Everybody said their condolences and the rest in peace for Twitter.
And they're still here.
Yeah, we're still here.
2 or 3 weeks later, we're all still here. Things haven't really changed that much, except for everybody could buy a blue check now. And
no, you could buy tiers.
You can buy okay, so explain that.
I think it's. I gotta look it up.
Okay.
It's like blue.
There's Twitter Blue.
I think it's gold.
Okay.
What the fuck is this?
You got a little snotty on your nose. Yeah. Right.
Like unlocking characters? What?
No, it's not like a damn video game.
No, like a video game. Yeah.
So Elon Musk, owner of Tesla, owner of SpaceX, and multiple other things that we all enjoy, PayPal, all that other shit.
He owns PayPal?
Yeah. Oh, you'd be shocked what this man owns.
I'm deleting that shit.
You're gonna delete. Okay.
I don't want that shit.
Man, listen, I'm just part of the game, bro. You got a little bit on your beard too.
My tissue, man.
It's just the moving.
It's just dead. It's just dead from one part of your face to the next. It's like,
it's right there.
Elon Musk. If you can pull up all the things that Elon Musk owns real quick.
I don't like his face.
He now is the owner of Twitter. Spent $44 billion on acquiring the social media.
Also,
app.
just highlight it in cash.
In cash.
How do you even get that much cash?
Well, he's the richest man the second richest man on the planet.
What's the first?
Jeff Bezos, right?
Oh, Jeff.
I feel like
he's worth like 122 billion. He's worth
something like that.
Yeah.
I think it's Bezos, and it's probably some guy in like Saudi Arabia that I never heard of.
That's exactly who's the number one richest man in the world.
I wouldn't be able to name off top, but I'm pretty sure it's somebody else.
The richest person in the world, you don't even know who they are.
No,
I swear.
That is actually very true.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, but keep talking.
Elon Musk buys Twitter, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people believe that it is going it's going to be upended.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the technological people. The first thing he does is lays off like 75% of the staff.
And that shit played out live on Twitter.
We all watched it.
Yeah.
We all know. I know many people at the time who held
we know a couple people
high ranking positions at Twitter for a long time, and I do feel for though because they definitely kind of were served the short end of the stick. But from what I'm told, they were given a nice severance package, and I think given like the very public nature of like how people were let go, I think. Most of them, if not all of them, a lot of people I've talked to have all since found a nice soft place to land because we all kind of felt like the whole Twitter thing was kind of bullshit, right?
Right.
That being said, my goodness, Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, or one of the richest men in the world, nothing has really changed. About Twitter. We're all still here. We all kind of signed up for these offshoot Twitter apps.
He tweets like a spoiled brat.
My
you ever watch him tweet?
Sometimes.
Like,
my headphones went out.
It's okay.
He just tweets. Well, he is entitled because he's one of the richest men in the world.
Well, he owns the app.
Yeah, so it's like,
if there's any place to be a spoiled brat on, it's the app that I paid $40 billion for.
He tweets like Trump.
Yeah, they do have very similar qualities, him and Trump.
Just like a little tweet and then goes about his day.
Not even just.
No. that nigga leans in.
Yeah.
Like when Trump was on Twitter, he leaned in. Elon leans in. Kanye leans in.
Is he a Trump supporter? Because I feel like maybe he bought Twitter just in case Trump ever comes back around.
They've been having this little tit for tat. Like Trump was like, oh, he has to get on his knees to beg me to come back to Twitter.
All right, boom. I got a real-time billionaires list, all right? Do you want me to read from the bottom to the top or the top to the bottom?
Bottom to the top.
Bottom to the top. Number 10, Larry Page, owner of Google, $82.7 billion. Carlos Slim Helou and family, the owner of Telecom, $84.7 billion. Number 9. Number 8, Mukesh Ambani. It just says diversified, so I'm sure it's a lot of other stuff. $96.5 billion.
Where is he from?
I don't know. But tell him from his last name, probably not from here. Number 7, Larry Ellison, the owner of Oracle, $104.2 billion.
Stadium?
Well, clearly. Number 6, Bill Gates, owner of Microsoft, $104.8 billion. Number 5, Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway, $108.3 billion. Number 4, Jeff Bezos, $115.7 billion. Number 3, Gautam Adani, infrastructure and commodities.
I know what that means.
$134.
I know what that means.
What that mean?
$134.4 billion. Number 2, Bernard Arnault and family, the owner of LVMH, $180.1 billion. And number 1, Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, $191.3 billion. Yo.
190.
My goodness. Owner of Tesla, owner of SpaceX, owner of the Boring Company, which aims to defeat traffic, raise $675 million. Owner of Twitter. The man is it says Tesla, SpaceX, self-made from Austin, Texas.
Elon Musk. When the hell did he?
I love talking about rich niggas.
My goodness.
Like
I'm
when
so
did?
broke.
I wonder. Like I want to know when in his life did he decide? Like where did he come from? Did he come from money?
He came
already?
from money. He came from money.
Okay.
He came from money.
He went to Stanford University, dropped out.
So is it safe to say when you come from money, you have the possibility of just always making
you have
more?
the possibility. You have
I
the
mean,
actual.
some people don't do shit. Some people.
That's what I'm saying. Like you come from money, it's a very high chance you're not going to lose
make
that
some
money.
money.
Yeah, it's a very high chance. So yeah, you do have opportunities that a lot of us common folk do not have. So yeah, I can drop out of school because I know there's a bank behind me, and I can try this invention. There's a bank behind me.
Yeah.
I could fail.
I can always come
there's
back.
a bank behind me. But then when I hit,
I'm a
the
hit.
bank is behind me, and they're gonna back my shit up.
Yeah.
So that's how it goes.
It's also worth noting that Jeff Bezos, who was just recently divorced, it was the number 1 richest person in the world at one point. So I guess, because of the money he had to give up in that settlement, bumped him down to 4.
I'm surprised she's not up there. That would have been funny.
Uh,
That would have been hilarious. At number 10,
Apparently,
Jeff
but here's the
Bezos'
thing.
ex-wife.
But his wife is one of the most charitable people in the world. Like all she does is give away her wealth. Like she just donates it to like just numerous things all the time. Ever since she got her cut of the divorce, like from what I'm told, all she does is pretty much just give it away. And when you're that rich, it's like that's. So here's the thing. When you said Elon Musk reminds me of Trump, I just think most rich folks all pretty much have the same sort of ideals, right? Like I don't think there's good billionaires out there. I
was talking about this. That's interesting you say that. I was talking about this with a friend last night, and it's like, in order to get to this kind of status, you have to have some kind of dickhead in
it's
you.
It's impossible to get there
without
being some sort
without backstabbing, cutting somebody's throat, like taking somebody's company from under the rug.
Yeah.
It's near you.
It does, and I hate that ideology, but. Prove me wrong. If there's a good billionaire out there,
never happened.
There's a couch open and sit with us and tell us how you did it the righteous way.
If you can find me if you can find me a altruistic good billionaire out there, you will be the first one to find them. Because I'm not even saying anybody, and I don't know. Like maybe is it like an idea?
I'm not saying all, but it's a
idea of who's good.
It's a common idea.
Okay.
So it's not just us. Like I've heard this narrative before. It's like you can't possibly be a good, gracious person.
To me, home ownership is more independence.
A little bit more control, a little bit more space.
Like, this is literally mine.
Buying your first home is a big milestone, but it can also be overwhelming. I'm Nadeska Alexis, and I'm getting an insider's view into the home buying process on the new podcast, Beginner to Buyer. Tune in to get the tools and tips that'll help you buy your first home. Listen on wherever you get your podcasts and learn more by visiting beginnertobuyer.com. Buying your first home can be overwhelming.
What is that guy called that's going to give us the money?
Who do we talk to next?
I'm Nadeska Alexis, and I'm sitting down with real people to talk about their essential home buying questions, and I'm asking some of the top real estate experts in the country to weigh in.
Purchasing a home is not a process of selection. It is a process of elimination.
Get an insider's view into buying your first home by tuning into Beginner to Buyer on wherever you get your podcasts.
But worth 195 billion. Like, you know how evil this world is, bro?
Listen, Jeff Bezos is worth $100-something billion to Amazon. Probably runs some of the worst conditions that people work for. You know what I mean? Every day. Like, people can't even, like, get up to take a piss or shit that work in those factories, right? But, you know.
As fast as them packages come,
that's how you get your packages.
The niggas are not getting any breaks.
That's how you get your shit.
Niggas are not going to lunch at all. But it's just like, it's unfortunate. And, you know, I wish this narrative wasn't a consistent thing. But it's just like, how do you maneuver in this world being a good person, but being the richest person? And having all these companies. I know you didn't snake somebody for a company. I know you didn't lied and backdoored somebody for a deal.
But that doesn't make you a bad person.
They don't make you a good one.
Why not?
You going backdoors?
What do you, huh?
You gonna like take a company from us, or you would do that?
No one said they were his friends.
All right, well, I'm saying
it could be just like, I see your company. I could not know you from a hole. I want to take your company and do something better.
I think the way we look at what's good and bad is the same way we look at.
It's interchangeable.
Not even just interchangeable. I just think just the nature of how capitalism works. Like, it's impossible to look at somebody and be like, oh, like, you're gonna make all this money. Like, some people gotta like
go.
For there to be winners, there's got to be losers. You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of those folks off rip, Elon Musk, one of the richest people on the planet, just bought Twitter. That's a big win for him. That's a big win for Twitter, probably, because they probably saved a bunch of money and, you know, overhead or whatever, however many people they were employing, whatever, to make that thing go. He probably went in there, took a look around, and was like, we don't need this many people here to make this thing work.
Well,
who ends up being on the chopping block for that? A bunch of folks who work their ass off to help make Twitter what it is. So it is worth $40 billion for somebody to purchase it. And then they all get fucking, they legs chopped off from under them right before the fucking holidays.
I guess I look at billionaires as just sore winners.
Sore winner. Okay, so here's always the telltale sign when I talk about people and billionaires. Like Jay-Z.
What about him?
Do you look at him as like, well, that's a billionaire?
Okay.
Like, is he all the way?
I just said that there's no good billionaire, and I'm sure he's done.
I think every billionaire had to.
I'm sure he's maybe done some things that he's maybe not proud of, and I'm sure he's done some deals or, you know, backdoor some shit that he's maybe not proud of. But it's just like that's the common theme of
but
what.
No, see, because here's the thing. I don't think you.
I mean, again, I don't have proof of. We don't have proof of any of this.
No, I'm saying I don't think being a good business person makes you a bad person.
Right.
You're confusing it with he's snaking people he knows.
We're talking about being a billionaire. I'm not talking about a businessman.
But you have to be a business person to be a billionaire.
And you have to be cutthroat in any business you're in.
That doesn't make you a bad person.
It don't make you. To me, it.
Like, if I don't know you and it's just business, it's just business.
And all right, so would you want it done to you?
I've had it done to me. That's why I can't look at it. That's why I can't look at it any other way. I'm just like, damn, like, yeah, I can look at this person who, you know, I helped build. I'm not gonna name no names. I look at this person I've helped build a multi-million-dollar, probably billion-dollar company for people, and you are there at the ground floor, and you helped lay the foundation, and you know for a fact certain things wouldn't fly if it wasn't for the work and the sweat that you and the team of people have put together, right? And you've been cut off before. And you understand, like, the more you're around these type of people, the more you see these sort of things happen, the more you're just like, well, is this what you really want? Like, is this level of success and fame and wealth something that you really want? Because at some point, the rubber is going to have to meet the road. And you're going to have to make decisions that people are going to look at you and be like, you're an asshole. You're a terrible person for this. Is it worth being a billionaire? And for a lot of people, they're like, yeah, it's worth it. Like, I'll gladly be the bad guy if it means I have generational wealth for my entire family and life. You know what I mean?
It's a catch-22. It's a double-edged sword.
Would you want to be that rich?
No.
I feel like, the older I get,
No.
it's a weird thing. Like when I was younger, I would have been like, oh, somebody asked me, you want to be a billionaire tomorrow? But, oh my God, yeah, you kidding me? Yeah. But like the older I get, the more like I see how these things
I realize
work.
I don't need that much.
You don't need that much money, yo. Like
I don't need that much power. I don't need that much influence. I don't need that much access. I don't need that much. I'm a very minimal person. Like if you know me, you know like, all right, this nigga needs one or two things and he's fine. He'll be in the corner by himself. I do not need that much money.
I also haven't had that much money before, though.
I don't want. Y'all can think I'm lying. I don't want that much money.
Right? Like, I also haven't had that much money before.
I know. I get it.
Did you peep KAZ's eyes when he said that?
Somebody
he just like spiraled into a picture of him having.
You see, like the wheels turning. Like somebody
I also never had that much.
Somebody
money.
like dog. I understand. Like Low, I've known Low for almost more than half my life now. He's a very simple person. But I can't guarantee, knowing Low, somebody dropped 8 zeros into his account today, that some things might not change. Like, well, damn, I never really was into caviar before, but now that I've had it, I'm never going back to beef patties.
I've had caviar.
I might have this shit every day.
And that's just nasty.
Yeah,
I've had it. The only thing
you haven't had billionaire caviar though.
Okay, well, whatever. Billionaire, millionaire,
billionaire Tims,
thousandaire. Zip. What's the difference?
We don't know.
There is no difference. Y'all putting this like mythical thing in the world. Like, yeah, there's billionaire Tims and there's billionaire sweats and there's my nigga.
Do you know there's Tims out there that like fucking keep your feet warm like a Mercedes Benz? I don't
need, bro. I don't need.
Warm like you turn a button on.
You know how stupid that sounds?
I didn't need it, but now that I have it.
But you know how that
walk out with his brick outside.
Yo, that's what I hate about. Like I hate about this country. Like yo, you know there's this out there and this. Like bro, like if we're good like this, I'm not saying if we're comfortable like this, if we're happy like this. Like what the fuck do I need with anything else?
I'm not saying you would be that person. All I'm saying
I'm just saying that's why I don't need it.
I can't guarantee money won't change me a little bit. It's just a little bit.
I'm going right back to work tomorrow.
Okay.
I might travel more.
Right.
I might travel more.
If you had the option,
money would definitely probably change. Like
it's not.
I can't listen.
I would travel more.
I would definitely just get an in-house chef.
Bro, people always hit me with if I get paid today, I'm not changing nothing about. I'm gonna be the same person.
I'm hiring a chef ASAP. Right, move in.
Like you can definitely be the same person.
Yeah, that's cool.
You can definitely be the same person, but to act like having the options. Unlimited options isn't going to fundamentally change how you see things, how you move, how people around you are affected, the people you care about, the people you love.
First off, y'all niggas not going to know if I have 8 zeros on my bank account. Let's just keep that clear. You will not know that.
Yeah, you won't know I have 8 zeros in my bank account because y'all won't see me. Not y'all. But I mean, people listen to this. Y'all see me. But people listen to this shit. I'm like, oh, what happened to KAZ? Like, yeah, motherfucker got became a billionaire and moved to fucking Abu Dhabi.
Maybe I'm just fucking stubborn. Like, maybe I'm just like.
Maybe?
Maybe? You think?
No, I'm just saying, in regards to this conversation, I'm stuck in my ways. Like, at this point in my life and this age, you know, aside from, you know, the things me and my girl do, but like, aside from that, like, I'm good.
If you had the opportunity to where you did not have to go to work, like
I love what I do. That's the whole thing.
I know that. But now the thing that you do, you don't have to do for someone else. Now you can do it for yourself on your terms, on your ways.
I don't want that. I don't want that responsibility.
You don't want the responsibility.
I don't want that responsibility.
Okay. So I
love what I do. I love who I work
Apple
for.
Music.
Yeah, I love it.
You love the company.
Yeah.
Right? You have enough money.
Now maybe I could buy it and I'm still gonna work.
Well, yeah, but that's a different type of work now. Now you have options. Now you're not just coming and being a worker. Now, not only are you, because I'm not going to say someone's going to drop $1 billion in your account, but somebody does that. I'm pretty sure it's because somebody believes in you and what you do and how you live your life and your vision and all that type of stuff.
You paying me $1 billion to be on radio. Cool, I'll do it.
Not that. I mean, so if you had $1 billion, you would still do radio?
Yes.
Yes. He answers so fast.
You wouldn't want to be you wouldn't want low-key radio. You would still be an employer of Apple.
Yes.
That's just nuts to me, bro.
And that's fine.
That's just nuts to me. Like
my
you
life,
would still
my life.
get up, go to another one person's office.
But it's kind of like, no, it's not exactly like it, but if you think about it, it's like when people retire, and after like 2 years of retirement, they go and get a bullshit job.
For sure.
They just want to do something, and they might love it too.
But listen,
they'll find something they love, and they don't care how much it pays. They're just
everybody doesn't need to be an entrepreneur.
1,000%.
Everybody doesn't need to own a business. Everybody doesn't need to be the leader, the head CEO, this, that, and the third. There's
but you
some
wouldn't
people
want to do it
that
on your own terms. You would still take direction from somebody. You would still take orders from somebody, knowing you can buy and sell them a million times over.
That's fine. All right, you give me direction for an hour. All right, I go in for an hour every Monday. Then I go in for 3 hours every Wednesday. Cool. So that's what, 4 or 5 hours that I'm taking direction from somebody. After work is over, babe, head to Teterboro. We're going to Aruba for a couple days.
You know what you also could do?
Or, hey, babe, we're going to Sahara to watch Monday Night Football.
You wouldn't want to, with your new lifestyle.
What you're doing,
you wouldn't open your own Sahara?
Not even.
I would invest, and then I'd be an owner of that spot. Yeah, I would do that.
But you wouldn't want to like.
Everyone
doesn't
doesn't want to own and be and have this. I'm low key.
Not even that. I'm just saying, just in the way that you love what you do, you wouldn't want to open up your spectrum on the world. Like you can radio from your private jet. You can do radio from Aruba. You can bring in Drake or Hove and be like, I'm not just gonna talk about Drake and Hove. I'm like, yo, Drake, we're gonna send a jet out for you. We're gonna do this radio shit because this is what I love to do, and I'm gonna uplift the quality of what I do because now I have the means to do it. You would still go and still take direction from somebody who like isn't.
I'm cool with that, bro.
That's just a wild way to think to me, bro.
That's cool.
I get it, man. You love what you do, and I respect the hell out of that.
Yeah.
But I'm just always like, man, like if there's a way, like I love doing this. If I had $1 billion tomorrow to continue to do this, like 1,000%,
Now this is different because this is we're at the bottom level of we're rising. Like we're building, right? I'm already with Apple, like it's already there, cool. I'll just leave that where it is.
But even when you're not
at the top of Apple. Like there's still the Zane Lowe's, the Ebros.
And I'm fine. And they earn their right to be there. Okay. They put their stripes in. Those guys are 30 years deep.
For sure.
Now, because I have $1 billion or I have whatever amount of money that's in the account, now I'm like, I gotta buy my own shit and have my I don't have half the experience they do.
You wouldn't want to.
So now what I'm
want to give an opportunity to the next low key.
I mean, that's cool. I could. I mean, but that's why we have this, right? So we have Say Less. Now this could be a studio. This could be a network. Now we're building our shit.
Yeah.
So then now we could bring in people that look like me, you, and Rosie, and help them and give them a platform. Apple's gonna be Apple.
Right.
That's what they do. Like that's already solidified. Zane Lowe is one of the best to do it. Ebro is one of the best to do it. Julie Adenuga, she was over there. One of the best to do it. They have their infrastructure. They have their people. They have their clout. That's fine. I'm a part of that. But now I'm over here with y'all three building something that we built from the ground up, and now I have more stake in that. I have more say-so in that. I have more pride in that. I have like, this is what we've been doing this for the last 2 or 3 years. We've had our bumps in the road. We had our disagreements. We stopped and go and this and the third, and we finally hit a stride. Now we can open up a huge studio in Times Square, top floor, have our own network, and now we the shit. Now we're competing with Apple and Sirius and Hot 97, this and the third. I'd rather that than this. I'm cool with that over there. I have equity. I have stake. This is what I can pass to my kids. I can't pass that. That's over. Keep that.
I'll be honest, bro. I would just feel like it was just money to me. It's never been about money. It's always been about like, how much time can I have? Like time is the real currency. And if I'm putting time in to keep Apple being Apple, when I could
Apple's gonna be time. But you just missed what I said. Apple's gonna be Apple with or without me. All right, cool. I have that. I'm good. Now this is the time we can put in and cultivate and nurture the Say Less network.
Right.
So what you're essentially saying to me is like, why wouldn't you want your own thing? I have it right here.
Yeah.
I already have it right here. So now I can dip and dab in both.
Okay. All right,
You understand what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
It's already here.
I see what you're saying.
Like, I don't need my own. I have it with y'all.
Everyone's different.
Everyone is different.
Like,
yeah, no, like, I completely understand. Like, I feel like there is, and I think the reason why we got in that conversation is because, like, we're talking about there's no good billionaires or whatever, and there's no, you have to be some sort of, at some point, you're going to have to chop somebody's head off, you know what I mean, to rise to a certain level. Yeah. And not saying people haven't done it, but I just haven't seen one who has. Right. You know what I mean? Like,
you will.
I'm sure we will.
Because I've seen it.
Like, in what sense?
Just like, well, not in not a billionaire sense, but like I've seen people make the bad decision or be the bad guy. I've seen it.
No, I get that. I was more along the lines of, we can't necessarily... I don't know if you're going to find somebody who makes that much money and is that successful and not have to go that route. Like, I haven't found somebody who's like so altruistic and so, for the right thing all the time, whatever.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist in my eyes, man.
It doesn't exist.
It's impossible. It's impossible. Let's keep this list going. We're almost done with this list. Have you heard about this Balenciaga shit?
I don't wear Balenciaga, but
I don't either, which makes this even more of an interesting conversation, right? We mentioned Kanye. We're not going to talk too much about that again, but what we can mention is how much of an inescapable conversation it was when it was time to boycott Kanye and not, burn Adidas and throw your shoes away and all this other stuff. Like, it was completely inescapable. Could not stop it. Several weeks ago, or a couple weeks ago, Balenciaga, super duper high-end fashion company, who has dressed some of your favorite artists, celebrities, whatever, revealed a holiday campaign which featured children and teddy bears with BDSM and child pornography and just all sorts of satanic sort of visuals. That was released on their social media. A day later or a couple days later, they issued out a statement saying how sorry they were with the agency that did the campaign. They took no accountability for themselves. They said the agency who did the campaign, we're going to look into it and we're going to sue them for blah, 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 blah. In addition to that,
sounds about right.
On the Kanye tip, Kim Kardashian, who is probably one of the biggest ambassadors of Balenciaga, released a statement pretty much saying that she is not, she's horrified by what happened, and she's reevaluating her relationship with Balenciaga, blah, 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 blah. I say all that to say, Balenciaga is literally the easiest thing to boycott. It's expensive. The clothes look kind of nuts. You can't really afford it, you know what I'm saying? And they're pushing something that I felt was a pretty easy thing for all of us to agree on. Sexualizing children and doing things with children that aren't fucking kosher or none of that shit. We could all agree. Just as easy it was all for us to agree that what Kanye said was wild and inappropriate and all that type of stuff. Same way, it was very easy to agree for a lot of people to say, hey, Kyrie shouldn't have posted a link to a video that essentially said the Holocaust isn't real and all this other things. All this stuff. It was church mouse quiet about this whole Balenciaga thing. Which, god damn it, it's such an example of a broken clock being right at least twice a day.
In what regard?
In regards to Kanye West. This is stuff he was talking about. Yes, he said a lot of crazy anti-Semitic things that I personally do not agree with. But there was also a lot of other things.
Didn't he have a fashion show with Balenciaga?
Yeah, yeah. And, he was dropped from them. He dropped once he started talking. Once he this current run he was on.
So now the rhetoric
started
the rhetoric changes because I I want to say 6 months ago.
Well, Ye was talking about how like they were trying to sexualize his kids for a minute.
No, he was talking about the Kardashians.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Like,
I understand, but you just had a fashion show with them.
Yeah. Well,
he wasn't talking about Balenciaga though.
Yeah.
Huh?
When you said they were trying to sexualize kids,
he was talking about how people should boycott Balenciaga. People are not speaking up about it.
Yeah, he didn't even say people should boycott Balenciaga. He was basically saying like, "Yo, you see how quickly all the celebrities were quick to jump on me, but nobody has said anything about this nameless, faceless company that is sexualizing kids,
which I was in partnership with."
Now he's left for a minute.
I'm saying 6 months ago, he was in partnership with, had a fashion show with them, right? So what's changed? Because I'm sure that he's seen or heard or witnessed certain things that maybe he turned a blind eye to. Like, the nuance of how it changed so quick.
I don't think he turned a blind eye to it. I think from what I could understand is, and I think our guest is here. And I think from what I can understand is he was, I don't want to give him too much credit, you know what I'm saying, for being like, whatever, thinking ahead or whatever. But like, it didn't seem like the stuff that he was doing with Balenciaga wasn't like, it didn't seem like he was giving his putting his best foot forward. He was literally putting his clothes in trash bags and was like, here, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was literally putting shirts on that said like, that he knew was not gonna sell. Like, not saying he was like trying to sabotage them.
He's trying to get out.
But like you could kind of tell, like, okay, this doesn't seem like somebody who really wants to be partners with these people. You know what I'm saying?
Regardless of how trash the clothes were or the methods. Of
Literally.
He was still in cahoots. So it's like, all right, bro, like, what are we doing? The pot calling the kettle black.
I don't want no more Kanye talk.
Yeah, neither do I. I'm just saying, it's interesting to me.
About him.
It's just interesting.
This guy got punched out on No Jumper. Y'all see this?
Yeah.
We just let anybody sit on the couch and turn on the mic.
Hey, No Jumper's a pretty big podcast, man. I ain't gonna.
Like I said, we let anybody.
Shout out Adam 22, man.
But what made him want those?
That's what I'm saying. We let anybody. I'm not talking about Adam 22. Obviously, his platform is huge, and
I want to know why he wanted them on his show.
It's just anybody.
Or was he on their show?
Well, they were on Adam's show.
They were on JoJo.
I don't know the two artists.
Right.
I think their names were, let's see, Almighty Suspect and Lil Kelpie.
Like, all right.
Don't know who they are, but that's not why I bring this up. I bring this up because of this. There are words that are said when you know you're about to get punched in the face.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a situation when you know you've said something and you know you're about to get punched in the face, but you still do nothing about it?
No.
No. Never. You've never invited someone to your penis?
Yeah, you.
You did.
To your penis?
Yeah. Like,
like suck my dick?
Yeah, like that's the...
I mean, I say that all the time, but I don't have a dick, so no one could get really mad.
There you go. There you go. There's
Is that what he said?
No, he called him a bitch.
Oh, yeah, well, that's a big one.
And he asked him 3 times, like, what'd you say? I'm calling you a bitch. What'd you say? You heard me. I'm calling you a bitch.
Well, I think it's because of the environment he was in. He didn't think it would transpire to that. Now, I'm sure if he was on the street, maybe he would have kind of protected himself. But because there was cameras around, there was people there, he didn't think this guy was going to jump up and...
so now you could think you could just call me a bitch blatantly and repeat it? Yeah.
I mean, the kid was white, so he's probably not even thinking about... He's not even thinking. He's just like, you're a bitch. You're a bitch. Like, that's just how it happened. That's how they talk to each other.
This man got chipped up something crazy on this video.
He deserved it.
He did.
He deserved it.
I don't even know this man, but hey, man.
He just let anybody sit on the couch.
There's something to, if you get punched, there's certain times where you're just like, you know what, the man deserved it, and I think...
Everybody needs to get punched in their face at least once. Everybody.
Shit.
Have you guys seen Black Panther 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
I still haven't seen it.
I saw it 2 days ago.
Yeah? What you think?
Sad, man.
Yeah.
Terrible.
It was I'm not gonna go there, but
I'll say what I've been saying. It was a good movie. As a Marvel fan, I wanted more.
Okay, Marvel fan, as in like
action.
What are we? What?
Thank
When
you.
you watch Marvel movies, you're like, what are the Easter eggs? What are they?
Like I wanted more action. I wanted more. I wanted it to be a Marvel movie.
There were very minimal. Maybe if I'm bugging, like minimal references or like just like the nuggets that you remember from past Marvel.
Even the credit scene was like.
No, the credit scene was good.
But it didn't reveal. Well, it revealed.
It revealed,
but not enough.
Let's ruin it for him.
It's fine. I feel like we can talk about it. It's fine.
Oh, are you gonna see it?
Eventually. It's okay.
Oh, so you know he has a son.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. I saw the Instagram.
All right.
People are so dumb. Why
listen, I knew what I was getting into. After 3 weeks, I was like,
it's like, bro, like you didn't miss
no one's gonna watch out for me. Like,
there's a baby Black Panther.
I get it, bro. I get it. But I feel like Ryan Coogler, especially with his Black Panther films, like he does that though. Like he makes sure to like. His movies are good standalone movies, and it's like, all right, like, we'll sprinkle in a little.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was a good movie.
It was well written. It was well
like if
written.
you're not even following Black Panther or any Marvel movie, you would watch the movie.
Yeah. But it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough.
It wasn't
Marvel
like
shit.
the Avengers,
enough fighting.
It was just a lot of like.
And that one scene where she was like gonna do, I was like, do it.
Yeah.
Then I was like, wait, don't do it because I know what they want.
And then the mom dies, and I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, it was
I'm in there crying.
It was a lot.
Like, it was a lot.
It's a lot
so
of grief.
be prepared.
Yeah, I was told like
it's a
grief-filled movie.
No, seriously, be prepared.
No, so I have a friend. I'm gonna make a TikTok about her. She's like the most. I don't know how your girlfriends and your wife is when you watch a movie. I've never seen someone cry every time they watch a movie.
My girlfriend just cries because
every time
she misses me.
If anything is even remotely sad, she's like, man, this is so dumb.
I'll tell you this though, sometimes it's cathartic to cry in a movie though. You're in a dark room, no one can really see you. You know what I'm saying?
No, she does this with every movie.
It's just like
every movie she does that.
It's like
it's therapeutic sometimes.
It's like part of the process. Like there's something about
not all
it's like something like the salty popcorn and the salty tears. Like it's just like
that was so
weird.
corny.
Nah, it's just
the salty
corny.
popcorn and the salty.
Nah, like it's part of
corny.
Nah, it's part of the whole experience. Like sometimes, like I remember I remember every single time I've cried in a movie theater.
I can't,
and I'm just like,
I can't.
I can't remember.
Good experience.
I cried when Iron Man died.
Yeah. Bro.
Now see, I didn't cry during that.
When Tom Holland was like, Mr. Stark, we won. We won, Mr. Stark.
I cried. No, I cried.
Mr. Stark, get up.
I cried. I only cried when they're at the funeral.
Yeah, the funeral. Now the funeral, I was already like,
I was done crying.
I was done. But Peter Parker, bro, I'm like, man. Peter Parker's 3 for 3 in making me cry in movies, bro.
He's
I'm
so
like, this
cute.
motherfucker.
Peter Parker's made you cry 3 times.
3
He's so
times.
cute,
Doesn't
man.
fucking miss, bro.
Because his face just—it's like you feel bad for him.
Both Avengers movies, when he's like, I don't want to go, and he goes and he dies.
Oh no.
Then when he's like, Mr. Stark, we won, and then like. I didn't even cry in this last Spider-Man movie, but I was just like, damn, bro, he went through all that. Now he's just fucking alone. Nothing. Just friendly neighborhood spider.
It's just him. He's a
He's a good fucking actor, bro. Tom Holland's a good fucking actor, bro. Like that motherfucker.
He's a great actor.
He's gonna be around for a long time.
He's not gonna make me cry, but he's a great actor.
You know, him and what's his name? Oh my God, the guy who just did Evan Peters.
Yes,
like my 2 favorites.
Yes.
Evan Peters.
Gosh,
he's the one that just did
he was in
Jeff
WandaVision too. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in WandaVision. He does all the American Horror Stories.
Yes.
And he just did Jeffrey Dahmer.
He played Dahmer in the Jeffrey Dahmer
I didn't see that.
thing. Yeah. But he's a very good actor.
He's really good.
Yeah. Last but not least, before we get out of here, ESPN and Lamar Jackson are at odds right now because there was a quote that Lamar Jackson tweeted and deleted after a dismal performance. And ESPN. Well, let me put the timeline right so you can understand why I was upset and why Lamar Jackson was upset. I'll turn on First Take, and it says Lamar Jackson posts and deletes an anti-gay sentence or statement towards a fan. I'm like, oh God, no, Lamar. Like, damn, please don't tell me you over here saying words you know you can't say no more. Right? Or words that are just terrible. I thought he said the F word, right? Like on Twitter. So I go to Twitter. I'm like, you know what? Let me see exactly what this man said. And I want to read this correctly just so we can end this show on a nice light note and understand exactly what he said. The ESPN bump goes out and says, Jackson deletes vulgar tweet. Lamar Jackson responds to social media post that criticized his performance with tweet that include anti-gay phrase. That's what they said. Lamar Jackson, somebody tweeted to Lamar Jackson, when someone is asking for over $250 million guaranteed like Lamar Jackson, games like this should not come to Justin Tuck. Let Lamar walk and spend that money on a well-rounded team. Lamar Jackson responds, boy, shut the fuck SDFU. Y'all be capping too much on this app. MF never smelt a football field, never did shit, but eat dick. Now, America, there are plenty of anti-gay phrases out there. Telling someone to eat a dick.
It's basically like, suck my dick, but
It's
just go eat a dick.
That's an equal opportunity put down.
That
like,
is
that
not.
is not.
I like that.
No.
I like that.
That's
Guys,
hilarious,
I like
actually.
That. I like that.
Guys,
I'm
me
not
telling you to eat a dick.
That is not anti-gay.
It's not
And he didn't even tell him to. He was just
He's
saying,
like,
all
he
you've
just
ever
said,
done
you
is
just
eat
eat
dick. All you do is eat dick. Like, you can't tell me what to do on this field.
Eat dick means like you're dick riding.
Like,
That's all that means.
Yeah.
It does, yo,
All
get
that
off my
mean-
dick.
Yeah,
like,
like you don't play the sport. You just repeating what you hear.
Yeah, like get off
stop
my
eating
dick. You not,
dick,
you
bro.
don't put no pads on.
Wipe
You ain't-
your mouth.
All right, yeah, like okay, all right.
There's
okay,
gotta be
okay,
somebody-
Okay, that's all right.
I got a little graphic.
Yeah, a little graphic.
I got a little graphic.
Now, if he said that, he's like, oh, Lamar, hold on.
There's gotta
We
be.
said it for you, Lamar. We got you. We
There's
got your
gotta
back.
be somebody out there in the ESPN or just somebody like this. First of all, there's way too many black folks that work at ESPN to not have somebody come to be like, yo, telling somebody to eat a dick isn't necessarily like an anti-gay phrase. Like,
so
It's
what
just
is,
a token black guy just pops up in the room like, hey, excuse me,
Guys,
just so y'all know.
so
Okay,
wait, how,
not
so
at all.
wait, how did ESPN like?
So-
how did they phrase like? How they report?
So there was a whole statement on there was a whole thing on First Take where he was talking. You know, Stephen A. was doing Stephen A. thing.
Why does Stephen A. say? I know he knows what it means.
No, so I don't think so. So to be fair to Stephen A., you know, I don't really think that
he knows what it
they
means.
let him know exactly what he said because the way Stephen A. you know responded
Said
to
it.
it
He
was
didn't
like,
really read.
So what did Stephen A. say?
Let me see if I can find it directly. But
Because I feel like he would flip out if he knew
I think
what he said.
I think all he
Like,
said was
what?
basically like, bro, like sometimes it's just best to stay off Twitter and blah 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 blah, and you know, but dick eating and telling someone to eat a dick is not, you know, and he was saying like, you know, I'm not a homosexual, I'm not a gay man, so I can't speak on those terms or what's offensive or
Who's
not
saying
offensive.
this?
Stephen A. Smith said this, or whatever, right?
It's not a gay reference.
And Lamar Jackson responded back and basically said,
You could eat a dick too. No,
y'all
okay.
are, he's
No,
like,
joking.
Pretty much.
he said, well,
Eat dick.
now, if I can make sure I get this this response
This is
completely right.
hilarious.
Lamar Jackson responded back by saying, oh wait, no, more eat dicks. Eat dicks. Okay.
I mean, while you look for that, it's a catch-22 because it's like, all right, while I'm sure Lamar, obviously he's on Twitter and Instagram and watches these sports shows and listens to these fans and all this, that, and the third. So I'm sure you reach a breaking point in regards to how people judge you, what you deserve to be paid, your missteps, your mishaps, you know, the losses, all this other shit. Your stats aren't adding up sometimes, whatever. So all that accumulating every day can be one day you just fucking snap and you're talking to your homeboys or you're talking to a fan on the field like, yo, eat dick. Like, I get that. On the other side, when you put it on social media, once you put it there, it stays there, whether you delete it or not.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, in the culture that we're in and how heightened anything that anyone of status says is going to be polarized within their community, right? So it's going to be on First Take if Lamar says it. If Jay says something, it's going to be on, you know, whatever, Twitter, Forbes, Complex, whatever. It'll get heightened. Politics, you know, Herschel Walker, Trump, or whoever, it's going to be on CNN, Fox, whatever the case is. So when you say things, you have to understand that there's something that's gonna come. There's a wave of fist pumping, like he said this, and I can't believe he meant that, and language is so diverse, and slang is so diverse. You get caught in like the actual meaning when it didn't mean that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that what Lamar said is nowhere near anti-gay. It's just how we talk to people
He
who are pissing us off.
He responded basically like, yo, you guys are reaching. Like, nothing I said mentioned anything about his sexual preference, race, color, none of that stuff. Like, tell us, like,
all he said was,
I'm not mad at what he said, but I get the response.
It's two Americas, bro. It's like, yo, if I can, like, yes, what he said was like clearly
it was wrong what he said.
Lamar probably shouldn't be responding to fans on Twitter telling them to eat
of
dick,
course,
right?
Of course.
But to make it into something that is not, make it something
because this happens.
Yeah, he's a quarterback. He's a professional.
He's a high profile figure. It's like some things you just can't say.
Yeah, like it would be best if he probably just didn't say anything back to the dude at all. Yes,
but is he human? Yes.
But
so I get both sides.
Right. Like, listen. So just so we're all clear, guys. Just so we're all clear.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any gay people on this show, but I don't want to speak for the gay people. But I'm pretty sure they will tell you.
Why you look at me when you said that?
Eat it. Oh yeah, you're kind of
no.
Well, it's not the weekend, so I didn't count Rosie on her gayness. Rosie's only weekend.
I forgot about that.
Shut the fuck up. No, because Kaz was like, I don't think there's any.
I don't think there are. Like, you catch Rosie on a certain day. I'm like, oh, okay, Rosie's gay this week.
Well, you said it to us. Like, we didn't call you gay. You said it to us.
But yes. So as the resident almost gay person, please.
I'm not.
Almost. It's not confirmed.
No, as a person that just understands what the fuck he meant.
Yes.
We all understood. We all understand. Like he said,
that's a flaw of the boy, man.
There's sectors in the world where language is very, very accepted. Unfortunately, in the world that Lamar Jackson lives in, that statement is not accepted. And I think now he understands the ramifications when he lets off the chopper.
Yep.
Mentally.
Yep.
And this is what happens. But I do feel like people at ESPN should be, made aware.
There's too many black folks that work there that didn't stand up and be like, all right, what did he say? Because when I was this notification, there's only two words I could think of when they're saying that he responded with an anti-gay statement. So I'm like, oh God, I'm like, it's about to be a wrap for that boy. I'm thinking he said what Anthony Edwards said a few months ago.
You just think about that. What word are you thinking? What's the second word?
I'm not saying that word. No, we know, like, we know that word. Like,
no, you said two. I could only think of one.
There's a lot. There's a couple more. We don't have to go down the list.
There's a couple more.
We know the words we shouldn't be saying when we're talking to fans.
If you know I ain't saying it here, I ain't saying it.
But Lamar, man, we support you.
Hey, brother.
Yeah, we support you.
I support your anger with the Baltimore Ravens.
He's human first, bro.
Hey, listen, the Giants and Jets might be in the market for a quarterback this season. So, hey, if you don't like it in Baltimore no more,
hey, I'll tweet
enjoy
for
these
you.
New York taxes.
Don't let me tweet for you.
Don't let me.
Not under your account, but I'll tweet for you.
But like we always do with this time, this has been another episode of Say Less with KAZ, Lowkey and Rosy. Talk to me, brother.
What's up? About what?
We out.
Oh no, I'm not doing nothing. Okay. I'm chilling. I'm
Sorry.
not doing nothing this week.
Well, Rosie,
I'm sleepy.
Sleepy? Oh, well, we got more stuff
we're here pretty early.
We got a lot to do. Yeah, it is pretty early. But I don't know what time you guys will be listening to this or when you'll be listening to this. But if you are, and it's your first time hearing us, thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We
appreciate you.
Opening up for Rory Mall live, Sony Hall, New York City. We're taping this before that. So if this goes terribly, we probably won't see you again.
Yeah.
But if it goes great, thanks for joining us in the ride. Subscribe, youtube.com/Kazeem. You can watch us on Spotify video as well. Listen to us on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, SoundCloud, wherever you listen to podcasts. Just type in Say Less. Find us anywhere. Find us on TikTok. Find us everywhere.
Yeah.
And, check me out on MSG Networks. Check me out on The Ringer, Spotify, Ringer Wrestling Show, Masked Man Podcast. And so much more things, man. The year's wrapping up. We got a lot of things to get to.
Mm-hmm.
And again, big shouts, big thanks to the folks, Rory, Maul, Eden, everybody, the whole team, Benner, Peach, Carl,
Misha,
Demarius.
I always call him
everybody. I was about
Demarius.
Misha.
Yeah.
Misha.
Sorry,
shout out to me.
Sorry, Demarius. I apologize.
But no, we appreciate you giving us that time. And then shout out to Monica, who I think is going to be our guest there that day. But if she's not, again, we're taping this before then, so I'm not, whatever. It's all good. But like we always do with this time, stay free, stay safe, and always say less. We'll see you next week, people. Oh, goddamn, my fault. And please check out Say Less Daily also. Subscribe there. Subscribe to the feed. You know what I'm saying? We'll be dropping episodes in there as well. Subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/sayless as well. If you want that daily access to all things Say Less with KAZ, Lowkey, Rosy, daily episodes, daily bites. You know what I'm saying? We're going to feed the beast with that thing. Please sign up for that. So like I said, one more time.
Gang.
Stay free, stay safe, and always say less. We'll see you next week.
Peace. Dancing crew, trip for two, nail the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. Boosters designed for COVID-19 variants are now available. If you've had your primary series, schedule an updated COVID-19 booster appointment as soon as you're eligible. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.